Candace Owens got herself exposed on her own little podcast. Y'all see this right here? Oh my God, Candace, she didn't even see it coming. They snuck it in there. You feel me? With this conservative little white woman over here. Y'all see her? Let me tell y'all something about these little conservative white women. They real sneaky with the racism. They hide behind microaggressions, smile in your little face, and then boom, hit you with the exposed nation. Watch this shit, y'all.
Jesus Christ, and then they go, oh, but unless it happens in Israel, then it's okay. So I'm like, oh wait, so there's this random carve out where we can mass murder kids as long as it's in Israel. Why doesn't every mass murderer just go to Israel and just do whatever they want? And then you just go, well, they're chosen. So this land is chosen, so they can do whatever they want on this land. That was shocking for me, and it made me go a lot deeper on theology. And gratefully, like my husband is just
They got her for being a token, y'all. You feel me? See, Candace Owens, she was a token going against black people, saying what the white people wanted her to say. And then as soon as she got her foot in the door, she changed and turned on them. And now the white folks is like, oh, hell no.
He majored in theology, and so it's been kind of a part of his internal dialogue for a very long time. And I was like, what am I missing here? Like, how did I miss that I was in partnership with these people that you're right, this is not a theology for them, this is a cult. This is a cult.
What's really interesting and something that I've always wanted to ask you about is, do you feel that, I mean, I'm sure, look, I'm seeing the success of your show, so obviously there's a giant portion of conservatives out there in this country who side with you and don't fall under the category that I'm about to describe, but do you feel like you were kind of used as a tool earlier in your career?
Absolutely. I know, not feel.
Look, she said,
it's a fact.
Because when you're critical of, let's say, the black community, they love it, right? That's when you get a platform and you get all the plaudits and speaking engagements, but once you speak out against what's happening in Gaza,
that's when white
you're not that useful tool anymore.
She got her to admit that she was a tool, that she was a token, nigga, that she was a tool. You hear me? She said, oh yes, I was used, yes. But look, y'all, she used them motherfuckers to get into the door, right? As soon as she got her enough buzz, she left the Daily Wire, started her own little show, and started going against the white folks. And not going against the black folks no more. Y'all remember she used to say all this crazy stuff about George Floyd and stuff like that?
That was one of the things that was really hard for me to contend with personally, because obviously when I was at the Daily Wire, we were actually kind of in the midst of the same topic, really, right? So it's like you're talking about a race. You're saying, okay, this thing happened. So they were saying October 7th happened. BLM was saying the George Floyd thing happened. This is going to be the impetus now. And they were doing things that, in my view, still to this day, were just wrong. I don't care what happened in Minnesota. You don't have the right to go into Target and grab a flat screen TV, right? And so I wanted to do a documentary. I wanted to dive deeper on the topic. And it was round of applause for the Daily Wire. This is amazing. Give her a platform. Then I watched virtually the exact same thing, right? Using race as an excuse, saying, oh, well, we have to do this for Jews. You have this event, this event that happened, which was singular, and then they tried to extrapolate it, and I'm going, well, it's still wrong, right? The law is the law, like, morality is morality. Doesn't matter if a black person does it or if a Jewish person does it. You don't get to rob and steal Palestinian homes.
Exactly.
And suddenly it was, you're an anti-Semite. You deserve to have nothing. You shouldn't even be allowed to travel to Australia because you are akin to Adolf Hitler. The same people that gave me the platform. And so it was a very tough pill to swallow.
So basically, she worked for the Daily Wire. You know what I mean? The Daily Wire was putting her against the black community, baby. You need to say this, that, and the third. And in her early stage career, she was actually doing that shit. You feel me? She was doing it because she was building herself up, her platform. The minute she got her foot in the door, she got her platform up and started talking about the Gaza situation and the Jews and the Israel. It started becoming a problem. She got fired from the Daily Wire, and then she started her own show. You know what I mean? And now, this shit is crazy. Now that all this is happening, though, we get to dive in deep and get to seeing what she used to actually say about black folks, y'all. Look at this shit.
I remember when I was growing up having all of these race issues, okay? I really don't remember it. And then suddenly towards the end of Obama, we started hearing all of this rhetoric drummed up. It became white versus black all over again. And I say all over again, I shouldn't even say that because when I was alive, this was not an issue. It all became about race. And I really do think that they were laying down the groundwork for Hillary to run because they had already pre-selected her to be the president of the United States. So they started using that all awful name-calling rhetoric, which they fell short of.
What did Obama do that
drove backed up the police violence stuff? He backed up the myth.
Look, let me just.
That
This shit is embarrassing right here. Y'all hear me? You got two black folks going at it, fussing each other in front of the white motherfucker. Like, this shit, you got, like, oh, God. And this one, she was whitewashed. You feel me?
Backed up the
police
violence stuff.
her.
He backed up the myth of police brutality. I'm not done. He added fire. He added gasoline to a fire that was simply untrue.
Like,
the
myth
crazy. Of police brutality as something that was a problem facing the myth of police brutality. 16 black Americans during 20.
So you deny that police don't brutalize black people and brown people?
White Americans and Hispanic Americans are shot at a higher rate than black Americans.
That's what she's fighting for. This was back then,
Why are
though.
the jails full of African Americans and brown
because we commit crimes at a higher rate than black Americans, and yes, we do. That's a fact. That's another fact. But I think it's 100% a fact.
I think it is. Look, and this is when she was talking about George Floyd, y'all.
Context, without showing the full police video, which they could have released. They refused to release the full body cam, which would have added more.
She really like a black woman.
Clarity.
Let's look at Candace. She's just so sexy.
To the fact that the media was lying. The media came out. Let's not forget this, Tucker. The media came out and
She
told us
going against
that this
George
was a
Floyd
man
and shit.
who
This
was
is back
just
then,
getting
y'all.
his life together. He was a good, good member of society, and he got mixed up because a racist white police officer had it out for him and killed him. All of that fell apart. All of the facts came out, and all of that fell apart. We now know, of course, that he had enough fentanyl in him. It was 3 times the lethal dosage. 3 times lethal dosage in him when he died. But nobody cares because the media was successful in putting out a narrative, and they kept hitting that narrative. And the reason why the Democrats are happy is because they realize, of course, the media supports them. And now means the Democrats can get whatever they want because they can create a narrative, and then they can treat people like pawns and get them to basically say, if we don't get what we want,
we will riots, well,
we
back
will
then.
We will send these people out like soldiers to destroy your neighborhoods. And that is exactly what has happened. That has been the determination of this trial. The media and the Democrats now have enough power to bully and to lie to and to create propaganda and to successfully win. And that is what happened. And they are celebrating that win today. This was not a fair trial.
Look at the black community, look.
Can say this was a fair trial.
No justice, no peace. And now, to fast forward to today's time, this is Candace Owens. This is what we want. This is the one we actually like. You feel me? This is the not whitewash Candace Owens. Because now she done got her bootstrap. She got her platform. She don't need to play the whitewash token role no more. You feel me? And now they got a problem with that. And this white woman, her ass right here, this white woman right here is on her ass. 9 times out of 10, she's a white conservative, probably working for Ben Shapiro and Daily Wire and some of them white supremacists and Jewish organizations. They are going against Candace, trying to take her down now because she ain't playing that token role. You hear me, and you hear me, and it's going down. So I wonder what Candace gonna do. You feel me? But she tried to. She tried to. He said she tried to. She was playing that token role back then, but it was to get her foot in the door. Hey, as long as you got your act right now, because now she do, you feel me? Now she do. She actually fight for the rights, you feel me? Y'all look beautiful. So, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Candace Owens is a sellout or what, y'all? Let me know in the comments. We out this motherfucker.